much as Buck, but I was smart enough to know I couldn't just grab the cash and bounce. Just give me a little time, I told him. I've got to get to know these people, get them to trust me. They probably have all kinds of credit cards, Buck said, as if he hadn't heard anything I'd just said. You can probably get her to give you one of her credit cards tomorrow. Tell her you need to buy some stuff. I massaged my temple, trying to press away the ache on the side of my head that came courtesy of Buck. I'm telling you, I can't just ask her for a card. You gotta give me a minute, and then I'll get you 10 credit cards. All right, but yo, this is gonna be good, right, boo? Yeah, it is. But I'm tired, so I'll speak to you later. Okay, hit me up in the morning. I clicked off the phone, then walked back into the bedroom, pressing my ear against the door. I didn't hear any sound. They were either already asleep or these were some good walls. Moving back to the bed I climbed onto, then sank into the softness. I couldn't help but sigh. I'd never been in any kind of bed that made me feel like I was floating. After a moment, I sat up. I'd seen rooms like these before, in my celebrity magazines, but I never thought I'd be staying in a place like this. My eyes moved from one end of the room to the other. I hadn't even been here for, what was it? An hour? Definitely not 2. And I already knew that there might have to be a change of plans, because I was beginning to think that getting the money and then going back to Whitehaven wasn't enough. Cash would just last for a little while. What I wanted was this kind of life. When I opened my eyes and saw that big screen TV hanging on the wall, my mind couldn't make sense of it. And then I remembered. I wasn't balled up in my mama's bed. I wasn't tucked in the back seat of my truck, and I wasn't even hovering in some corner in Buck's mama's house. I was sleeping in Gabrielle Wilson Flores's home. Rolling over, I looked up, but I couldn't see the ceiling because of this canopy. Wow. That was all I kept saying last night as I unpacked my few clothes and hung them in the closet. I only used 10 hangers, and that made the closet seem even bigger, but still, it felt like my clothes and I really belonged here. I picked up the phone from the nightstand and checked the time. It was just a little after 6. What was I doing up so early? I was wide awake, though, and what I really wanted to do was get up and walk around the house since it would be light soon. I wanted to do that before Gabrielle or her husband woke up. I'd been washing up in McDonald's bathrooms for too many days, so I took my time in the shower. Like everything else in Gabrielle's house, this wasn't any kind of ordinary shower. It felt like a light rain pouring over me. If water could be soft, this was it. Once I got out, though, I took care of my business quickly, the way I'd been doing at McDonald's. Since I was meeting my father today, I'd decided to wear jeans. Well, that was all I had. But I'd put on a regular white t-shirt so I wouldn't be so casual. I mean, I didn't want him thinking I was just some chick without any kind of class. Glancing at my cell phone once again, I figured I'd have plenty of time to check out the house before anyone woke up. It was just about 7, and now with the light coming through the windows, I'd be able to get a good look at this place. But the moment I opened my bedroom, my plan was ghost. It was the aroma that hit me, the smell of bacon that came swirling up the staircase. My stomach growled and my mouth watered. These people were up this early? Glancing toward one end of the hallway, I walked in the other direction toward the steps. At the top, I could almost reach out and touch the chandelier that was high above my head when I walked into the house last night. Slowly, I walked down the stairs, taking in the front of the house in the daylight. Everything was white and clean and expensive. All I kept thinking was that I could live like this.